Shaquille O'Neal, a name synonymous with dominance, is widely regarded as one of the most physically imposing forces ever to grace the National Basketball Association. His larger-than-life persona, both on and off the court, has earned him legendary status and a place among the NBA's elite. Whether you remember him as the Diesel, the Big Aristotle, or Superman, Shaq's impact on the game is undeniable, and his legacy continues to inspire awe and admiration in basketball fans across the globe. Contrary to popular belief, though, Shaq's game was far more nuanced than many actually understand. While his sheer power and dominance were undeniable, to label him simply as a bully who dunked on everyone and only made the league because of his size is a gross oversimplification. In truth, Shaq possessed a surprising level of skill and finesse that often went overlooked. His footwork, touch around the basket, and passing ability were remarkable for a player with his enormous dimensions. To truly appreciate Shaq's greatness, one must recognize the full range of his abilities, which extended far beyond his incredible physical presence. These are the skills of Shaquille O'Neal. Explained. Shaquille O'Neal's career was marked by several distinct phases, each showcasing different facets of his extraordinary talent. In his early years with the Orlando Magic, a much leaner Shaq displayed a surprising agility and versatility that defied expectations for a player of his size. He often spoke of his childhood desire to play point guard, and his admiration for the legendary Dr. J, Julius Erving, was evident in his early playing career. His style in his early 20s looked closer to what Giannis is doing in today's game, but at that point, no one had seen anything quite like Shaq. Shaq was able to emulate these types of players more in this Orlando era of his career. While he was undoubtedly a giant, even compared to the NBA's elite centers of the 90s, he still managed to have the speed, awareness, and ball-handling skills to go coast to coast in transition as the point man leading the break. Pushing 300 pounds and standing at a towering 7'1", Shaq was a force of nature in the open court, leaving defenders hesitant to step in his path and risk being on the wrong end of a highlight reel play or an injury report. Shaquille O'Neal's extraordinary vertical has also often gone underappreciated thanks to his more obvious size and strength. However, his tremendous leaping ability was a crucial element of his dominance, enabling him to finish alley-oops that would be out of reach for most centers and to elevate above defenders when attacking the rim. A prime example of this remarkable leaping ability occurred in Game 7 of the 2000 Western Conference Finals against the Portland Trail Blazers. In a moment that has become etched in NBA history, O'Neal soared through the air to grab an alley-oop pass from Kobe Bryant, finishing the play with a thunderous dunk that sent shockwaves through the Staples Center. What makes this play even more impressive is that, by Shaq's own admission, he initially thought the pass was too high. Yet, with his incredible vertical leap, he managed to extend his massive frame and snatch the ball from the air, once again showcasing that level of athleticism rarely seen in a player of his size. This ability to defy gravity and finish plays above the rim was a testament to O'Neal's exceptional physical gifts and a key factor in his legendary career. Once he left the Magic and joined the LA Lakers, the Diesel's physique underwent a transformation by adding significant weight and muscle to his frame throughout the duration of the 1990s. By his MVP-winning 1999-2000 season, O'Neal tipped the scales at an imposing 330 pounds, yet remarkably retained his agility and athleticism, making this version of Shaq the single most intimidating player of all time. Under the guidance of Phil Jackson, O'Neal became the centerpiece of the now famous triangle offense, an equal opportunity system renowned for its emphasis on ball movement and precise passing. This system showcased Shaq's underrated passing skills, as he achieved a career high with 3.8 assists per game during this first season under the legendary head coach. Shaquille O'Neal's presence in the low post was simply overwhelming for every opposing front court. He commanded so much attention that double and triple teams were commonplace. Think of Steph Curry's gravity today, drawing defenders to him wherever he goes on the court, typically leaving the paint wide open for easy baskets. But with Shaq, it was the exact opposite. Defenses collapsed on him on the inside, creating space around the three-point arc for his sharpshooting teammates. And with his surprising court awareness, Shaq exploited this and loved doing it. He consistently found open shooters like Rick Fox, Robert Horry, and Derek Fisher stationed along the perimeter. His ability to read the defense and deliver accurate passes from the post made him an important playmaker within the Lakers' offense. Beyond his perimeter passing, O'Neal also excelled at finding teammates cutting to the basket, demonstrating his awareness and ability to exploit defensive rotations. While the Lakers and their triangle offense primarily operated in half-court sets, Shaq's extraordinary outlet passing ability enabled them to capitalize on transition opportunities that were few and far between in this slow-paced early 2000s era. His powerful and accurate passes often found Kobe Bryant streaking down the court, leading to numerous fast-break scores and highlights for the dynamic duo. While the Diesel could often simply overpower defenders in the post with his sheer size and strength, he also possessed a surprising level of finesse and skill down low. His footwork was exceptional for a player of his size, allowing him to maneuver gracefully and efficiently in the paint. Shaq's signature move, the devastating drop step, was arguably the most effective in NBA history. While it certainly required immense strength, the true mastery of Shaq's drop step can be found in his surprisingly refined footwork, agility, and timing. He combined these elements with his patented power to create an unstoppable move that often left defenders helpless, as he would typically finish his successful drop step with a vicious slam. When his powerful slams weren't a viable option, he displayed a surprising degree of finesse that often caught defenders off guard. His reliable baby hook shot was a testament to his soft hands and touch around the rim. Furthermore, O'Neal possessed a surprisingly effective one-handed jump shot. While not a weapon he deployed from long range, this jumper that Shaq used when just outside of the paint forced defenders to respect this underrated shooting ability, making him even more unrealistic to guard. A prime example of this occurred in April of 1997, at the end of a pivotal regular season game against their then rivals, the Utah Jazz. In a pressure-filled moment, with the game hanging in the balance and just seconds remaining, the Lakers ran a play designed specifically for O'Neal. He responded by sinking a game-winning turnaround, one-handed fadeaway, silencing any doubts about his ability to deliver in the clutch. This showed he was not only capable, but trusted by his team to make these kinds of shots when it mattered the most. This diverse offensive repertoire transformed Shaq into a nearly unstoppable force in the low post. He possessed a rare combination of power and finesse, keeping defenders constantly off balance. Whether he was overpowering opponents with his sheer strength, utilizing his deceptive touch around the rim, or finding open teammates with pinpoint passes, Shaq's offensive bag was much deeper than what people remember. This multifaceted approach made him a nightmare for defenses, as they could never be quite sure what to expect. Shaq possessed a remarkable ability to utilize his physicality without drawing the ire of the referees and racking up offensive fouls. He mastered the art of subtle contact, employing just enough of his force to gain an advantage while maintaining the appearance of a clean and skillful move. For instance, when maneuvering for position in the low post, Shaq would often execute a spin move with his elbow subtly extended. This seemingly innocuous motion allowed him to create just enough separation from his defender, often making contact with their back as he spun towards the basket. When he played with Brian Shaw, this move is what set up their signature alley-oop, which they called the Shawshank Redemption. To the casual observer, this appeared to be a fluid and skillful maneuver. However, upon closer examination, it becomes evident that Shaq was strategically employing a degree of physicality that bordered on an offensive foul. Yet, his execution was so swift and precise that referees rarely blew the whistle. This ability to leverage his strength and size without drawing fouls was a testament to his basketball IQ and a mastery of how to get the most out of his unique athleticism. Unfortunately, even Superman has a weakness, and for Shaq, his kryptonite was his free throw shooting. With a career average of 52.7%, Shaq's struggles at the line were well documented and often exploited by opponents. This deficiency sometimes proved costly in close games, as the big man's inability to consistently convert his foul shots held the Lakers back in these crucial moments. Occasionally, it even led to him being benched in the final minutes to avoid intentional fouling. Opponents frequently employed the hack-a-Shaq strategy, going out of their way to foul O'Neal off the ball to force him to the free throw line, hoping to disrupt the Lakers' rhythm and limit their scoring opportunities. However, Shaq's incredible strength often turned these situations into and-one opportunities. His sheer power made it difficult for defenders to foul him without also sending him crashing to the basket, often resulting in a made basket and a foul shot, despite his struggles from the line. While Shaq's offensive dominance is undeniable and jumps off the screen, his defensive contributions often went underappreciated. This is understandable, considering he entered the league during a golden age of defensive centers, with the likes of Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Alonzo Mourning, and Dikembe Mutombo patrolling the paint. Having said that, Shaq's defensive impact shouldn't be scoffed at. He was a three-time All-Defensive Team selection and even finished as the runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year during his 99-2000 MVP season. As always, sheer size and strength made him a formidable presence in the lane, altering shots and deterring opponents from attacking the basket. As a rim protector, Shaq was a force to be reckoned with, especially in his prime. His sheer size and strength made him an immovable obstacle for opponents attacking the basket. When he challenged a shot, especially against smaller guards, the impact was often so forceful that it made those players reconsider their safety when driving the lane again. His reach extended far beyond that of most centers, thanks to his exceptional leaping ability. While some might argue that a softer touch could have kept the ball in play more often, Shaq's emphatic rejections were a signature part of his game, sending a message of intimidation to anyone daring to challenge him at the rim. Shaquille O'Neal relished the moments when smaller, more talented guards dared to test him in the paint. These encounters became captivating spectacles, a modern-day David versus Goliath, with Shaq eagerly embracing the role of the NBA's imposing giant. The challenge of making these guards feel like there was no chance to score ignited a fire within the big man, fueling his defensive intensity. Allen Iverson, despite his diminutive stature, was a frequent target of Shaq's emphatic style of rim protection. On numerous occasions, O'Neal would send Iverson's layup attempts soaring into the stands with the force of a volleyball spike, a testament to his incredible power and timing. These monstrous blocks became a highlight reel staple, showcasing Shaq's ability to demoralize opponents with his sheer physicality. Shaquille O'Neal's dominance transcended mere size and strength. He was a true human anomaly, a force of nature who combined his physical gifts with an underrated level of skill and intelligence. This combination made him basketball's Superman on both ends of the court. Offensively, he was a nightmare for defenders. His powerful post moves, soft touch around the rim, and underrated passing ability made him a multi-dimensional threat. Defensively, his size, strength, and surprising agility allowed him to protect the paint with unmatched ferocity and intimidation. Shaq's impact on the game was profound. He redefined what it meant to be a dominant center, inspiring a generation of players with his unique blend of power and agility. In the lore of basketball history, Shaquille O'Neal stands as a singular figure and a player who we likely will never see again.